Hell of an entrance. More artifacts. They must have broken through into an old passage. Got to see it for myself. Got to get it past the water somehow. This flask belonged to a soldier in the Red Army. I don't recognize the insignia. It's still half full. I may need this before I'm... That should burn as well. We are. Whatever they found, it's got to be in there. Someone was hiding mining.
We can no longer wait for our brothers outside the mines to begin their resistance. The Soviets have found something they desire more than the poison ore. They found our forefathers' history, have desecrated their tombs. This is the last injustice. We thought at first the old guardians would emerge and punish our tormentors. But now I see we will have to be the instrument of God's retribution. We gather our strength, store picks and axes in secret places. Very soon, those of us that are still well enough will rise up and bury our repressors here before they erase our past along with our present.
Tools and makeshift weapons. Those minecarts. Perhaps they could block the water. A trigger mechanism for a bomb. It's the same handiwork. He must have been gathering the supplies for a long time. There it is. So close. Got to find a way inside.
When the uranium ore was nearly gone, I feared our operation was at an end. But even as we moved to close the shaft, fate intervened. We found a chamber, half destroyed by a cave-in, but clearly made by the hands of man. The artifacts inside are ancient, nearly 1,000 years old, untouched since the tomb was sealed. We redouble our efforts. Instead of mining, the workers now search and retrieve the artifacts inside. The natives of the valley, their resistance once broken, now bristle at this new assignment, as if they do not wish the relics to be seen. We will need to make an example of a few young men before their dark looks lead to something more.
Those minecarts. Perhaps they could block the water. 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 Another mural. Those minecarts. Perhaps they could block the water. 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 Yes, that's it. The water's blocked. Oh, damn it. Got to find a way to block it for good. little fire. Seems like the workers had finally had enough. Codex, a philosophical argument on the virtue of awareness.